Hey everybody, it's about time I make this video, and the delay on making this video has been for 3 reasons. 1, I've been dreading making this video. 2, I've been very busy. And 3, when I haven't been busy, I've been too tired. The last time I made an update video was during the time I took that really long hiatus during Overlord 2. And I have a quick update for that, because that update was, it was no voice, it was just text. And for anybody who doesn't remember, I'll go ahead and I'll just recap it because it was quick. The reason why I took such a long hiatus in the middle of Overlord 2 was because during that game's recording, my dad was diagnosed with a very aggressive form of prostate cancer. And he had surgery and was incredibly weak and in a lot of pain, and so during the time I should have been recording, or during the time I wasn't recording Overlord 2, I was dedicating my time to helping him whenever he had a problem, or he needed help, or he just needed something, so I was just helping him recover. And I couldn't really sit down, dedicate a few hours to recording when I had no idea when the next thing would pop up. I mean, I probably could have gotten away with it, but I didn't want to. I wanted to be there for him. So, since then, my dad has recovered very well from the severity of his diagnosis. He's recovered very well. He's up on his feet. He's doing a lot of the things that he was doing before his procedure. And if any of you know anything about cancer, there's a lot of, or at least in his case, he took PSA tests, which is a type of blood test. And the higher the number, the more contaminated you are with cancer, that particular spot. And when he had his procedure, he was at 74, which is huge. Like, that's abnormally huge. Normally, people who get to, 15 have cancer, and he was at 70. However, he's recovered very well, once again. But now, after his procedure, and after radiation therapy and some chemo, he is down to 0.02. So he's doing very well. He's showing no signs of stopping. He's a little bit fatigued, but that's to be expected. So, for anybody who was concerned because of that update video, that is his status right now. So he's doing very well, and I want to thank everybody for the concern. So now let me get to the meat of this video. And I don't really even know how to say this. There is a pretty good chance that I am going to be done with YouTube. And I know that that's going to make a lot of people either upset in an angry way or a sad way. But my reason for it is twofold, or maybe 3, I forget. We'll start with 2. I noticed this when I came back for Overlord 2. During the downtime when I wasn't recording Overlord 2, I was just playing games with my friends. And at one point, I was like, oh man, I forgot how fun it is to record. I kind of just want to do it again. And so I wanted to record again. And so I got all my stuff packed together. I got Vegas. I relearned my editing style. And I recorded some videos. However, when I was done with that batch of videos, that fire had gone out. I just didn't really want to do it anymore. And I just didn't want to do it anymore. Not really for any particular reason. It wasn't because of the game. It wasn't because of the game. It wasn't because anybody was pressuring me into doing it. I wanted to do it, and then when I did it, and I had fun for the first few videos, but once that fire went out again, it just didn't really come back, and I just didn't really want to do it anymore. And if you've been with me long enough, you know that the main reason why I started and continued to record on YouTube was because it was fun. But now it wasn't really that fun anymore. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I was just not that into it anymore. I think I've just changed, after 8 years of doing this, it's just not really the same anymore. And so there was that. There was the fact that I was essentially, had I kept going, I would be forcing myself to do it. And that would eventually come to be seen in the videos where I would be getting frustrated. I wouldn't be having as much fun. I wouldn't be as positive during the videos. And I feel like it would be much better if I left on a high note than drag it out and make it bad. I'm not like Final Fantasy. I know when things are starting. I know when to stop. So there's the combination of not really having a desire to do it anymore, and the fact that, and this is the bigger, I think this is probably the bigger / biggest reason, everyone realizes that I am a partner on YouTube. I don't think anybody can deny that. I'm a partner on YouTube. I make money through YouTube. However, I'm also an adult, and I'm nearly 25 years old. I'm turning 25 this year, 2017, for anybody watching this later. And I make very, very, very little money from YouTube. Even in the best month I ever had only ever happened once, and then it went steadily down, 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 and down. I don't know if I ever actually said that, but suffice it to say, the best month I ever had on YouTube wasn't really all that good, considering what it could be. I put it to you this way. If I had, I don't know. If I had, okay, at the moment I have 25,000 subscribers, I believe. If I had 2,000 people watch a video every day, doesn't need to be the newest one, it could be any video. If I got 2,000 views a day, I would make $20 a day, $20 times 30, $600 a month. You know what I mean? So, if I had 10% of my viewers watch me once a day, then I would actually probably keep doing it. However, I don't. I think at most I make, let's see, I don't even get enough to make $10 a day. Seriously. So, at this point in my life, when I have bills to pay, I have car insurance, I have a car, I have gas, I have a phone bill, I have actual expenses now. That's not enough. And so, it's unfortunate that it's partly fueled by money, but then again, a starving artist isn't exactly going to produce good art. You know what I mean? So, at this point in my life, it's not worth all the time and investment, all the time and the effort that I put into it isn't worth the payout, unfortunately. And I hate that that's even part of the discussion, but it has to be. Because for the time, for a very, very long time, this was my only source of income. And when my only source of income isn't producing enough income. One, I have money problems. Two, I have satisfaction and self-esteem problems. And so when that comes into it, it starts to get very, very messy. I start to wonder why I'm even doing it, and then the quality of the content suffers. And so between that loss of interest in actually doing it and the fact that actually doing it doesn't pay off, it was kind of only a matter of time before this happened. And so I am going to be stopping on YouTube for the most part. Now, when I say for the most part, let me explain what that means. When I say for the most part, what I mean is I am not going to be uploading any more videos for the time being. There may come a time when I decide, I want to get back into it, and I want to start uploading things again. It probably won't be video games anymore. It'll probably be some other form of content that won't take nearly as much effort to produce, and it won't be such a challenge to actually make it, where I have to dedicate, an entire full day, and that's 24 hours, so 2 days of 12 hours to do it. You know what I mean? I don't have to sit here for 6 hours recording videos and then spend the next 4 days editing them, So it won't be nearly as difficult to produce, and therefore won't cause me to burn out. You know what I mean? Now, again, for the time being, it's done. I'm done. I'm not going to be putting out anything. And when I say I may come back, that's probably years down the line, if at all. And I realize that I'm not done with .hack GU. I realize I've left that trilogy unfinished, and it kills me to leave it unfinished. I'm sorry, but again, I don't have any desire to do it. I don't feel like I would have any fun doing it. And so I would much rather let that trilogy remain unfinished for now than do the first 2 games well and then the last one horribly. I think the final reason is that I'm getting a job. I've actually already been hired. I'm going in for training soon. So I'm getting a real job that pays well, and I won't have the time. Even if I had the inclination to do it, and it was worth doing, I don't have the time to do it. I'm not going to have the time to do it, and by the time I get home from work, I'm usually pretty tired. So there's a good chance that this just isn't going to happen. And again, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry to all the people that that have been with me from the beginning and expected it to just keep going and going and going, but unfortunately, I am indeed human. I can't do this forever. And I also realize that there are probably some people out there who have been very positively affected by my contribution to YouTube. I've gotten a few messages where people are like, "Hey, going through a really rough time. Your videos made me smile again," and stuff like that, where I've actually really had a good positive impact on people. And I'm happy that I could actually have that effect, being this kind of cynical, angry bastard who just kind of, who can, you know what I mean. It makes me very happy to know that I could have that effect on people. However, I don't think I can do it anymore, and it sucks. Because it always sucks when someone that you enjoy, goes down a different path, like SpongeBob. I grew up with good SpongeBob. And I can't stop hearing all these times where I hear the new SpongeBob sucks. You know what I mean? And it's such a damn shame. because you want them to keep being good, but you just can't drag things out forever. So, I don't really know what to say, to be honest. Although I do have one favor to ask, just because, I don't know, it makes me feel better. If you wouldn't mind, anybody who, like, routinely watches my videos, or is, anybody who was a genuine fan of mine, I would just ask that you stay subscribed, basically just for old time's sake. I'm not really sure why, it just makes me feel better. After giving you guys about 8 years of content, basically almost half of my life in content, I would really appreciate it if you would stay subscribed. I mean, I'm not going to be clogging up your subscription box or anything, so I don't think it'll be that much of a problem for you to stay subscribed. So, those that want to can, and those that don't want to don't have to. I just, something about it would just make me happy if you stayed subscribed. So, I'm not really sure what else to say. God, I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. But yeah, I guess this is it for now. I don't know if I'll be back. And I'll be honest. Honestly, I don't know if I'll be back. And that's really weird. It's like I'm leaving. It's like I'm leaving behind someone I've spent all my life with, and it's a very strange feeling. You know what I mean? Because obviously YouTube is still there, and I can always come back, but for the moment, I just don't. I don't think I really want to. It's like a friend you had in high school is just, you're still friends with them, but they're just going their separate ways. There's no animosity at all between either parties. It's just that you're going down different paths. So, yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Sorry, I'm not really trying to drag this out, but I guess I should stop now. So, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to me and enjoyed the content that I decided to put out. And thank you all very, very much for all the support, and especially to the people that decided to donate to my Patreon while it was available. I realize I closed it, but yeah, thank you again for those that donated. And I guess I'll see you next time.